When it comes to nutrition, there's two significant aspects that a lot of people think they understand, but they really don't. And I find this because people talk to me all the time about what should they eat, how do they lose weight, all of these different things that they think they know because they start to answer their own questions thinking that they know the answers, and they're usually completely wrong. The first one is variability. And what that means is that each person is different. I mean, we know that, but yet when it comes down to different things, we say, well, if she's doing that, that's what I need to do. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily what your body needs. There isn't a one size fits all thing for dieting or for nutrition. And oftentimes people will ask me, what should I eat for this? Or what should I eat to lose weight? Or what should I eat to gain strength? And it is definitely going to be different for each person. There's a lot of parameters that I need to know in order to set somebody up on a good nutritional program for their goals. Besides just your genetics, there's your metabolism, your age, your gender, your amount of muscle mass compared to body fat, and that's going to change how many calories that you need. There's underlying health conditions. Sometimes people don't even realize they have high blood pressure or they're salt sensitive. There's so many different things that can be going on that are affecting why you may or may not be losing weight or may not be gaining muscle. There's no blanket answer. Yet most of the time people ask me, how do I lose weight? Oh, no, I know. I just cut my carbs. And it's like, no, you're wrong. Don't cut your carbs. You need the carbs. You just have to balance them with your proteins and your fibrous vegetables. So basically just having a well-rounded meal is going to do more for you in terms of weight loss and in terms of muscle gain. If you're trying to gain muscle solely, you're going to eat just more. And you'll probably have a little more fats in your diet, but you still need fats in your diet if you're trying to drop weight. The point here is don't just look at somebody else's diet in a magazine or on TV or even on social media and assume that that's going to be right for you, because it might not be. And one thing I learned back in the olden days when I was friends with a lot of the bodybuilders who were on the front pages of the magazines, a lot of them didn't even tell the truth about their program or their nutrition. So I remember one of my friends saying, oh yeah, I did that exercise for the photo shoot, but I don't ever do that, but it just looked really good for the photo. So it's like, okay, well, that's a little deceiving. And then of course they had to throw that into their program, knowing that they never really did that exercise. So you got to take some things with a grain of salt and not try to copycat exactly. Now, the second thing that most people don't realize is that you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent. And of course, you want to do your best to make healthy choices all the time, and you want to do your best to maintain a regular workout routine, but sometimes life is going to get in the way, just like it did for me in this podcast. It gets in the way, but you know what? You still do a little bit here, a little bit there, and you keep it going. And then when you can stay on track a little bit better, well, then you'll get more done. But you don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. So maybe you're used to working out, let's say 5 days a week, and you can only do twice a week. Well, that's okay. That's going to help you maintain. But stressing out over that is going to help you lose muscle. So you definitely don't want to stress out about it. Just do the best you can and do whatever you can. I've been looking at a bunch of different studies that are also showing that it's the consistency, not how much you do, but the consistency in which you do it. So 5 minutes, 5 times a week may not seem like much, but that's actually still going to help you maintain, if not gain strength. And it's just taking maybe one exercise and doing it really slowly, focusing on the negative of that motion. And that's going to help you, believe it or not. So focusing on consistency more than trying to be perfect. The other thing that follows is that we tend to be all or nothing. And if we're not perfect, we say, well, forget it. I'm going to blow the whole weekend and the diet starts Monday. Okay, hands up, everybody who has said the diet starts Monday. Yeah, my hand's up too. So anyways, we wanted to think, okay, no, I screwed that up, but tomorrow's a new day. The next meal is a new day, even, because you can always start over at any time, after any meal, or on any day. And sometimes we also beat ourselves up because maybe we slip on one little thing. Oh, I had 2 cookies. I shouldn't have had any. Well, that's not really the end of the world. Just go past it and say, yes, they were good. I enjoyed it and I'm back on track. So the other thing is, don't stress your body and get that cortisol release, which is going to inhibit your fat loss and your muscle growth by stressing yourself out. Stress plays a major role in how our body changes, and a lot of it is controlled by our perspective. So keep in mind, consistency is what you're looking for. You're looking for sustainable health and sustainable exercise. So again, if you can't get to the gym, you do something at home. Slow squats. I mean, start doing tempo squats really slowly, and you're going to realize that it's a lot of work. Same thing with other exercises. Even if you have bands, resistance bands at home, focus on those, squeeze that muscle tightly, and then really try to keep your back tight as you're doing that row and bringing that arm forward. So it's not just the pulling back hard, it's fighting that weight even more. Or go to the park with the kids and try to do a pull-up. Yes, I said try, but eventually you will do a full one. Jump up there, hold yourself up there as long as you can. And maybe all you can do is hang. That's okay. Remember, we talked about how that's a great way to start and how much it impacts your body, even though you feel like you're doing nothing. So again, look for the opportunities to do some little extra exercise, because over a period of time, it's that consistency that's going to make a difference, not only in your nutrition, your eating, your diet, but also in your exercise.